It's Down to Business with Jack Miller. Forget what they teach you in school. This is real life, not Wall Street, but Main Street. A real show on what's really involved with starting and running a business with all the ups and downs. Our guests will answer your questions and provide you with valuable information. Stay tuned and join in the conversation.
When the earth was created.
Hey, world. Good morning. Hello, everyone. Hello, world. Welcome to South Florida's 880 The Biz. This is Jack Miller. I'm here with my friend and one of our co-hosts, Todd Cohen. How you doing, Todd?
I'm doing great, Jack. Thanks, as always, for having me. It's great to have the Commercial Corner come early this week. I'm excited to get going right from the get-go.
Todd's here early. He has a super big, important meeting at 4 o'clock, so I think he's going to spend the first hour with us. Hopefully, you're going to make a lot of money at the meeting, Todd?
I have no idea.
Yeah, you are.
You are.
Look, the best thing about business meetings is there's always a chance. So that's why
when you're meeting, do you like text and like catch up on your Facebook and things like that?
No.
No?
No. I mean,
you can admit it.
Not.
I do.
If someone slips out to the bathroom in the middle of the meeting, I might do that. But
you're good. I do it under the table. How you doing, Wanda?
Great.
I love it.
Thanks for asking.
My pleasure. I'll tell you, we have a bunch of new stuff today. We're going to start a feature called The Elevator Pitch, where each week we're going to bring on different businesses or aspiring businesses to pitch their investment to maybe an investor out there. This week we have someone from Jumpin Jammerz on.
It's good.
It's good. I know. Right before the show, Wanda and one of the other guys was looking at their website, and they actually showed me some racy pictures of females in pajamas.
Yes, it's
Look, it's great. We have our own version of the Shark Tank right here for your listening enjoyment, so that's great.
I love it. This is such a crazy week. I was talking, Todd, I don't know about you. Have you been following the church story with the murders?
Oh. How can you not?
How can you not?
How can you not? Wanda and I were talking about it before. You know, it's the guys. I don't know if he's a racist or nuts or probably both, but what I'm amazed at is the people in, where is it, Charleston or whatever the city is, how they kind of, what was it, like one of the hearings right after he did it, they all basically, I don't want to say forgave him, but they asked for mercy on his soul, and they were really touching. I don't know, where I live in South Florida, people are like animals. You're on the side of the road. They'll just like kick you when you're down.
Yeah.
Right.
And I was just amazed by that. I kind of like want to move there. What do you think?
You know, actually, that speaks to the whole love of the South and why they want to, on some level, hang on to that Southern whatever. But, you know, that's part of, I think, a good old Southern hospitality and lots of love in the South, I think.
You know what? I agree with it. And I do business a lot of states in the country. Even though we're the South, we're really not the South and South Florida.
We like to think we are.
Yeah, no, we're not. We're like the Northeast.
Tallahassee, maybe.
Yeah. But I noticed the people, I don't know about you guys, the people in the Midwest are so nice to deal with and so kind and polite. Yeah. It's just like a pleasure. I love when I get a Midwestern client. But I was very impressed, and I think everyone was, with the sense of community that this community in Charleston came to, going through such hell. It's just brutal, but I was impressed by it.
Thus his plan backfired, really, so it's good.
Yeah, I mean, that's the hope. Look, I mean, if this idiot's plan could somehow get rid of that stupid flag anywhere in the world from flying, that would be the greatest backfire of a plan I'd ever heard of.
Was that why he did it?
No,
he did it to cause a race war. He wanted to cause a race war.
And that flag is a symbol of hatred. I mean, it's like if the swastika flew over the Bundestag in Germany or something like that. Like, what? I mean, how can something like that I don't care what positive things people associate with that. There is no place for something like that symbolizes a period of time of hatred to be flying over anything of importance in our lives.
I think they should pass a rule that if they want to fly that flag, they have to pay me $1 every day.
We should profit off it.
What do you think of that? And I'll split it with you guys. Let them fly anything they want. But you know what? On that topic, a friend of mine told me, again, I don't know if it's true, that Amazon pulled down the Confederate flag, but they have swastika memorabilia on.
Right.
Look,
really?
Hypocrisy in our world, and it's going to take something awful for them to stop doing that. And that's the real reality of where we are as a civilization.
It's the internet.
Why can't we do something positive without having a major catastrophe to preempt it. Like, why can't a place like South Carolina preemptively say, you know what, this is wrong, let's get rid of it? It takes a mass murder in a church.
I don't know. I don't know. People are crazy. You know what? I'm trying to make a living.
Let's turn this boat around.
Yeah, let's turn. Listen to me. I'm trying to keep my wife happy, trying to keep my kids happy, trying to make a living. I don't want to say, not that I don't care too much, but I have a philosophy. You do whatever you want. Leave me the heck alone. As long as it doesn't impact me, I'm fine.
Exactly.
On that note, let's talk some real estate.
Let's talk some real estate. So, Todd, what's exciting in the real estate world this week?
I mean, there's a lot exciting. The market is still en fuego, as they say down here, and it doesn't show any, signs of slowing down. The interest rates are still, historically low. It's very easy to beat the hurdle rate and employ some leverage, which is to get a loan and be able to get into most real estate deals. For people who already have a lot of money, who are funding large projects, it's very easy to get financing that's basically free money for them and put money to work and build. That's why we see all the cranes up everywhere you go in South Florida. And, like I say every week, they're not making more land in between the Atlantic Ocean and the Everglades. So, the premium that you pay on this little sliver of land that we have in South Florida from Palm Beach County down to the Keys is really it's going up and up and up as people just flock down here in droves for the sunshine and nice retirement climate and nice living that you have down here.
We're finding on our end, and we're in the finance business and do all kinds of financial services. We're finding there's tons of money out there for acquisitions of real estate, and I think a lot of people don't realize what's out there. We're doing a lot of layered deals where someone will buy a property, they'll put 30%, or they'll get a 70% loan to value, then they'll get some preferred equity or mezz for the rest of it, and they wind up within these deals for very little money at all, and they're using other people's money to buy shopping centers, apartment buildings, all kinds of things.
That's right. So today, my featured deal, my deal on my desk right now is a Bob Evans restaurant ground lease outside of Orlando in a town called Lake Wales on the busiest street in that area. That whole corridor is Highway 27. Around 55,000 cars a day go by this restaurant.
It's a good area. What kind of cap rate is it?
So it's offered at a 5 and 5.15 cap. There are increases in the lease every 5 years, and there are 10 years left on the original 20-year lease, plus there's 4 5-year options. Bob Evans is, first of all, ground lease is great for an owner. You literally have no responsibilities, no work. And the best part is if the restaurant burns down or if someone blows it up, the tenant's required to rebuild it and continue operations right there without missing a beat. They have to have insurance to cover the time loss. And so basically you are guaranteed an income stream for as long as the tenant's there. And frankly, with a tenant like this, I went to the store. The lines are out the door. I've never waited so long for this kind of casual dining experience. I couldn't believe it myself. It's like they're giving food away there. The lines were so long.
And this is a little bit under $1.2 million.
Right. So this is the kind of deal that anyone who's involved in what's called a 1031 exchange or a tax-free exchange, or anyone with a little bit of change that wants to beat what they can get in the bond market or frankly, in a CD or anything risk-free, they could put it in a deal like this, have no work, earn 5%, 5.15% right now, and every 5 years it goes up ad infinitum. Your biggest risk would be somewhere down the line, Bob Evans leaving, but you still own the building. You still,
but let me back up. This lease goes to 2025,
right? So
they're pretty secure.
No, you're in for 10 years, and then there's 4 or 5 year options after that. And judging by how busy it is, I don't think they're going anywhere even then.
Look, even if they go somewhere then, the way I look at it, if you put $250 down, let's say you get a $750,000, $800,000 mortgage, you're in for 10 years. Their mortgage then, I'm guessing, will be $550,000. So even if the rent, if Bob Evans tanks by then, I hope they don't. Bob Evans seems like a good guy, and I guess they have good food. I don't know. Is Bob Evans alive? But either way, who knows who he is? You're going to be able to rent it out for enough to cover it and break even.
And another thing about Bob Evans is, like McDonald's, it's very rare to see real estate out there for sale. The company itself holds the real estate. They're more of a real estate company than a restaurant company, believe it or not, as is McDonald's. And so to have one of these out there at all is a very rare thing. Generally, only developers of malls who build one as part of that own them, other than the company. And that's what happened here, and the developer subsequently sold it to my client, and now we have that on the market. And someone out there could buy this. It doesn't take a lot of money, as you said. If you want to leverage it, you could put $800,000 or $900,000 down. You could actually put less than that down. Although I don't know if you have an amortizing loan, if you'll clear the hurdle rate there. Or you could just put the full amount of cash into this deal. It's not a lot required. Like you said, it's under $1.2 million.
Or you could partner up with a friend.
You can partner up with a friend, each put about $600,000 into this deal.
No, I'm saying if you don't have that, let's say you each have $150.
Sure.
You get two people. Todd, I know you've given out 1 million times before, but give out your number in case anyone's listening for the first time today.
My number is 786-522-7021. Again, 786-522-7021. And, I'm a full-service commercial real estate advisor and broker, so I can help you with whatever you're looking to do in the 4 cycles of the investment, the 4 stages of the investment cycle, whether you're holding, buying, selling, or exchanging real estate. I can help you, and I can help you with financing as well.
And Todd, you're a good family man. I told you before, right before we went on air, your picture came up on Facebook with your wife and your couple kids. It was nice to see. How old are the kids?
My kids are about 2 3/4 and about 5 months old.
I gotcha. They're good ages. I read right before I came in, someone sent me an article. You like Mark Cuban?
I do like Mark.
Mark Cuban's a great guy. I like him, too. I love him from Shark Tank. He published a thing, 7 things that Mark Cuban said that make me work harder. And I think you'll agree with them. But one of them is work like there's someone working 24 hours a day to take it away from you. Just the truth. There's always dogs at our feet. We got to just constantly kill ourselves because you take a break, you're in trouble. The second one is... It's not in the dreaming, it's the doing. Everyone dreams they have great ideas, but you got to act on them. Next one, doesn't matter if the glass is half full or half empty. What matters is you're pouring it. In other words, take responsibility for your own life. No one's going to help your actions. Every no gets closer to yes. That's a good one. In fact, we're going to have a Rep Shlomo Bregman's piece in a few minutes. Going to talk about call rejections. It's good.
I mean, I'll speak to that. First of all, that's one of the credos that I and everyone who I work with lives by. Frankly, we're actually trying to get the people that we speak to on a daily basis to say no.
You know what?
Not yes. Because the quicker we do that, the less time we waste.
The more rejections
That's
you get. I say the same every night when we go to bed. I go to bed with my wife. I say the same exact thing. The more time she says no to me, the quicker yes. Hey, Wanda, I want to talk about that. Can we go to a quick commercial break? Then we'll play the YouTube? Okay, I appreciate that because Bregman's piece is excellent, and I want to get to that. And then we'll talk a little about that about more. That way, we're not breaking our trend. Okay, folks, we'll be with you in 1 minute. Stay tuned for the commercials. They're
Don't
coming.
Don't turn that dial. We'll be right back.
Hi, this is Jim Freed. Join me for Freed on Business every Thursday here on 880 AM The Biz. Our show is where South Florida's business community comes together to exchange ideas on health and wellness, business tips, the news of the day, and things you can use to help improve your business's profitability on a daily basis. Join me as we move the show to 6 to 7 on Thursdays here on 880 AM The Biz for Freed on Business, brought to you by UHealth and Warren Henry Automotive.
Take good care.
Does your company need financing to help with cash flow? Geld Financial Corporation has been in business since 1989, knows the financing that businesses need to succeed in today's competitive environment. Geld offers a wide array of programs such as accounts receivable, factoring, asset-based lines of credit, commercial real estate purchase and refinance financing, and bridge loans. Call us right now at 561-221-0900 to learn if you qualify. Geld Gelt Financial understands that every business is in a unique situation which requires a unique solution. We pride ourselves in thinking outside the box to secure even the most difficult financing. Call us right now at 561-221-0900 or visit us at geltfinancial.com. That's geltfinancial.com.
Are you tired of dealing with invasive and unreliable banks or brokers who charge large amounts of upfront fees and never deliver on their promises? Gelt Financial Corporation, in business since 1989, offers a stated income mortgage loan for non-owner occupied residential and commercial real estate investors for purchases, refinances, and yes, cash out refinances. Call Gelt Financial at 561-221-0900. That's 561-221-0900. Our stated income loan program does not require tax returns. Due to the light documentation, we can offer quick closings and approvals usually within 1 day. This program is a 30-year term with no balloon payment with loans amounts from $100,000 all the way up to $5 million. Call Gelt at 561-221-0900 or visit us at geltfinancial.com.
Welcome back to It's Down to Business with Jack Miller.
Hey, welcome back, everyone. This is Jack Miller at Jack Miller Down to Business. I got the man Todd Cohen here and our beautiful and sexy producer Wanda here. It's the truth. It's the truth. Don't forget to check us out on Facebook at Jack Miller Down to Business. Also on Twitter at HJackMiller1. Hey, Wanda, can we play the Bregman clip? This is a great clip about sales and rejection.
How are you? I'm in the middle of a work day in the home office. I just had a really funny experience by phone that I'd like to share with you. Now, you might not find this funny, but if you're involved in business or in sales in any capacity, this is going to happen to you. I was on the phone with someone, and this person, I called him up. I thought he was interested in learning a little bit more about me, Bregman's success, my business, maybe what I could do for him. Called him up on the phone. I said, "Hi," fill in the blank. I told him who I was. I think he knew who I was, and he said to me, "Are you kidding me?" I said, "No." He said to me, and then he started spewing a lot of very ugly profanity words that I would never want to repeat and certainly share with the world. And he started to absolutely blast me, and he said, "Are you something kidding me? Are you blah, blah, blah? Da-da-da-da-da. Is this a joke? How dare you call me?" And he started ripping me, and he slammed down the phone on me. And then when I heard that, I hung up the phone. I said, "Okay," and I started to laugh. I literally started to laugh. Why? So number one, I want you to understand something. If you're taking the kind of action you need to on a daily basis to reach out to the world and let them know who you are and what you could do, you will find that you get a lot of people reacting to you like that at times, and it's totally okay. Number two, don't act like a baby and make it seem like it's such a big deal. If you're not having people respond to you like that, that means you're acting like a little baby who's afraid to make calls, and unless you're totally sure that it's going to work, you don't try anything. So if that is not happening to you, it means you're not doing what you're supposed to. Number three, I would tell you it's important to separate yourself from the emotion. That person responding to me with such ugly words, such bad words, such an attitude, that was not about me. That person, my friend, is not, I don't mean he's my friend, I mean you, my friend. That person responding to me like that, that is not about me. That is about him. He is having a bad day. He has an anger problem. He has an attitude problem. That is not about me. So it's important to be able to see the facts of that call and say, I'm going to walk away from the emotion of it, realize that that is only happening to me because I'm actually operating at a high level of frequency and courage in the marketplace. That person has an attitude problem. And you know what? I'm not going to get involved with that. I actually think that was a good sign that I am doing what I'm supposed to. So realize that if you're out there doing what you're supposed to, you're going to have people yell at you, curse you, and everything else. And all that means is you're on your way to being a winner. Don't get involved with it. Don't get invested. Just kind of laugh. Think it's a great experience, a good story to tell others. Move on and go get the success you're looking for. Okay? Shlomo Zalman Bregman. See you the next time. Back to the phones. Bye.
Boy, is that true, Todd. I know we're both in sales, and I get rejected every day of the week by a lot of lunatics.
That's right.
And you just got to keep going. But people are scared to keep going, and they think they're going to hit the ball out of the park the first time.
People take it personally. Sometimes it's hard not to, but I mean, you really need to develop a thick skin because, I mean, you're calling, a long list of people every day if you're in sales, and whatever that is to you, and these people don't realize the ebbs and flows of what's going on. It's just one person receiving a call from one person, and if they're having a bad day, sure, they may react like that. If they don't want to hear from you, or if they've already heard from 20 other people, they don't want to hear from you, and they take it out on you, and you really need to learn how to move forward and disregard that.
I think that's in life. You can't be afraid of failure. You can't be afraid to try, and you just got to keep pushing. Anyway, I'm very excited. Last time I think I told you, Todd, and I told the audience that I want to start a new weekly feature called Elevator Pitch. And with that, how I envision it, sort of like a mini Shark Tank, where we're going to get somebody who has a business who's looking to raise money or wants to start a business or maybe looking for a job on. We'll get them on the phone for 2-3 minutes. That's it. We'll have them pitch us and pitch the audience on why someone should either buy from them, invest money from them, get a job from them, and we'll ask them some questions and see how it goes. I think it would be good for the person on the phone, and there's a lot of opportunity out there. Self-understood, I don't know anything about these people, so there's no representations or warranties on it. I made the promise to send me some chocolates. That's what I got out of it. Anyway, Wanda, you want to put on Steve, and I'll tell a little bit about him? Hey, Steve, you on the phone?
I'm right here. Hey, guys. How are you? Thanks for having me on.
Hi, Steve.
Steve, this is Todd, one of my co-hosts. Steve, you are on the air, my friend. You're a famous personality. Steve, this is the first time I'm doing this, but here's how I envision it. And by the way, I just asked Steve about this like 2 or 3 hours ago, and he's in California, so he has no notice. I spoke to Steve about an unrelated matter a couple days ago. He has a company called JumpinJammers.com where they sell all kinds of brand name, I'll let Steve talk about it, pajamas. In fact, Steve, a little plug for you, before we went on the air, Wanda and a couple of the people were looking at it here, and they loved the look and feel of the product.
Thank you.
So, Steve, why don't you give us and the audience a 2 or 3 minute elevator pitch. Keep it short, keep it simple, turn us on, get us excited, and tell us what you need. And then at the end, give your website, your contact information, and maybe Todd and I will ask you some questions.
Sure. All right. Hey, everybody. So, my name is Steve Pandy. I own a company called JumpinJammers.com. I started making adult-size footed pajamas literally 18 years ago when websites were JavaScript and HTML. It was amazing. I really got in early building this brand, and I've gotten to a point now where I start working with licenses and I start making my own designs, and I go out to China every year and make my own product and come back, and it's a lot of fun. At the same time, you get a lot of other people that come along, new companies get on the whole footed pajama bandwagon, because now you can see adult onesies are literally like everywhere in social media. People are buying them, people are talking about them, and the product is literally it's a retail phenomenon right now. Believe it or not, there's like a pajama war going on out there. People don't even realize how popular adult footed pajamas are. It's crazy.
Steve, the elevator's going down or going up. So what do you need? Tell our audience what you need and why they should do it with you, whatever it is.
So right now, I've got a couple of new licenses that are on deck, and I'm looking to raise about $450,000 to make some new licensed products in China for fourth quarter. So I've got a couple of patents that I'm doing that nobody's done before in clothing that is a little expensive. So I'm looking to raise $450,000 right now to take my brand to the next level, and then with some new designs and some new licenses that we're about to sign. And pretty much the brand's been around 18 years, and we just keep growing and growing, and sometimes it grows faster than you can keep up with.
I have a couple questions. This is Todd. First of all, hello. And congratulations on sort of hanging yourself out there and going for everyone's dream, which is to start their own thing and manage it. It's not an easy thing to do, and I salute everyone who's out there doing that. But my question is, first of all, what do you need the $450,000 for? Like, how are you earmarking it, and how did you come up with that number? That's first.
Well, there's a certain amount of product that I need to make for fourth quarter, and when you're producing the goods from scratch in a certain amount of quantity, without saying too much about what it is. Like, I mean, some of the licenses that we're doing, I don't want to kind of say it too much on the radio because the deals are being written right now, so I don't want to kind of say.
Okay.
But it's for production. It's basically strictly for production for Christmas.
Got it.
Let me back up. When you go to Steve's website, and Wanda and I were just checking it out. She was checking out the pajamas. I was actually checking out the
JumpinJammers.com.
Yeah, I was checking out the models. But there were some big names. Like, you had Barbie, and you had Batman, and you had, like, what other names do you have? It looked like some pretty big names there.
Yeah, we do have a deal with Star Wars, DC Comics, Looney Tunes, Dead Mouse, Kiss. Everybody loves Gene Simmons and Paul Stanley. Come on. We have Star Trek on the site right now. And there's a few other new brands that we're trying to bring on board and add to our catalog for fourth quarter.
Steve, is this a novelty item? Like, how many adults, and I don't wear, I must confess, I don't wear pajamas, let alone footed pajamas, but is this like a novelty item, or is it like a serious item?
It's a serious item. I mean, we sold 1 million units in our lifetime. So in the 18 years that we've been doing it, we sold 1 million pairs. And it just keeps growing all the time. And, it's a really popular product. I mean, even, 2 weeks ago, there was a licensing show going on in Vegas. And when I would meet with different brands that want to license their product names on your product when you're creating something yourself, everybody keeps talking about how crazy adult onesies are. I mean, how popular it is. It's just, some people like them with feet, some people like them without feet, some people want them with hoodies and thumb holes and pockets. We have so many features on it. The only thing we're missing is like Wi-Fi. I mean, you've got everything on that item.
Sorry, do you have like distribution networks, or is it all through your website? How do you have like partnerships with bricks and mortar type companies, or do you just sell everything online through your own website?
Yeah, it's direct to consumer. We do get a couple of wholesalers that kind of pop up, and you might sell to like a few brick and mortars, but the majority of what we do is direct to consumer through the website.
And what are the margins for a product like that?
Oh, Jesus. I mean, do I have to say that?
No, you don't have
to. Don't give anything away confidential. This is the radio.
Yeah, I'm not here to steal your secrets.
I mean, you make some stuff overseas. You make a few things and you import the product. I mean, the margins are good. They're not like, it's not like My Pet Rock from back in the day. I mean, I don't know if I'm dating myself, but but it's I mean, if you import some products, you can do well with it. Absolutely.
Well, I'm not here to steal your secrets, but I am here to let you know that people who are going to cut a check for hundreds of thousands of dollars are going to probably want to know something about.
Let me back up.
Something.
Steve will give all of that out. Steve, first of all, what's your contact information?
All right, my contact information, it's really simple. If you just, my email address for everybody out there is just Steve, Steve, at jumpinjammers.com. And it's really easy to find us. We're all over the web, and that's my personal email address. If somebody wants to email me and get engaged and some further discussions, I mean...
Steve's not trying to be evasive. I specifically told Steve what I think, it's up to him, but what I think he should do, don't give away anything that he doesn't want on the thing. I think people should contact him, let him sign with them a non-DA or confidentiality agreement, and then they'll go to 10. I think Steve's, and I'm only... Steve, jump if I'm wrong. Steve will make a full disclosure of everything.
Absolutely.
Hey, I agree.
Hey, Steve, thanks. You are our first elevator guy.
Yay!
Yay!
That's great.
So I hope it works, buddy.
Steve, is Jammer spelled with a Z?
Yes.
Yeah, I'll spell that for you guys. It's Jumpin, JUMPINJAMM, like Mary, ERZ, like zebra.com.
Yeah, that's a good question. Hey, Steve, one more question before I let you go. And this is a really serious question. Who interviews these models on the website? Is that you?
I mean, they are actually, some of them are Phoenix Suns cheerleaders. Actually, we're located in Phoenix, not in LA.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's okay. So we're in Phoenix, and some of them are just friends, and friends of friends, and we all, get to know each other. And I've been shooting here and doing all the catalogs, and yes, I get to interview them. Basically,
so you have like a pajama party.
A pajama party. So, Steve, if you get the investment and it's a direct result of the show, can I be part of that interview team?
Yeah, I could send everybody to pajamaparty.com, and we can have all of our photos from our very first pajama party. I'll come out to Florida. You guys are in Florida?
Yeah.
Yep.
It's kind of hot right now, though. Make it a winter visit.
So if it's hot, we got to skimpy down on the pajamas.
Okay, nice.
Right.
Steve, thank you, my friend. I appreciate it, buddy, and I hope you get a lot of response to this, buddy.
Thank
Steve.
you.
Thank you, Todd. Thank you so much.
Take care.
All right, guys. We'll talk really soon. All right.
There's a lot of businesses out there, and they just need connections.
I thought that's a great idea. I have a couple ideas for him, but I interrupted you before. You were on a roll giving the 7 Mark Cuban things. I think we only got through number 4. So for all those people who are hanging on the edge of their seats waiting for the last 3,
I'm an idiot.
Nuggets. Let's give the audience what they want. Our dedicated listeners.
You're not going to believe this. I think my thing. Okay.
Well, we actually have to go to traffic.
Okay, let's go to traffic. Then I'll come up with it.
Oh, look at that teaser.
Oh, perfect. Thank you, Wanda, because I think I only printed up the first 4 pages. So, okay, folks, let's go to traffic. Don't forget us on Facebook, Jack Miller Down to Business. We will be back in a few minutes, and hope you're enjoying the show.
Don't turn that dial. We'll be right back.
And now, 880 The Biz Traffic.
Good afternoon. Checking traffic on your afternoon ride and day. There's a disabled vehicle 95 Express southbound at 79th Street. Left lane is blocked. Traffic congestion on 95 northbound from 62nd Street to 103rd. In Broward, it's slow traffic at 95 northbound. Right at Griffin Road due to an overturned vehicle. The right lane is blocked. For more traffic, follow us on Twitter at Total Traffic MIA.
If you're buying, selling, or investing in real estate, call attorney Dan Kaskow. 561-237-6822. Mr. Kaskow is board certified by the Florida Bar as an expert in real estate law. He's been practicing law for more than 20 years and is a partner in the law firm of Sachs Kaplan with offices in Boca Raton and Tallahassee. Dan Kaskow handles real estate, corporate, condominium, and homeowner association matters throughout Florida. From residential purchases and sales, bulk buying and selling of condominium units, to purchases and sales of commercial properties. Contact attorney Dan Kaskow at 561-237-6822 for your real estate, corporate, and community association legal needs. Attorney Dan Kaskow, 561-237-6822. Non-attorney spokesperson for attorney Dan Kaskow.
Are you tired of dealing with invasive and unreliable banks or brokers who charge large amounts of upfront fees and never deliver on their promises? Gelt Financial Corporation, in business since 1989, offers a stated income mortgage loan for non-owner occupied residential and commercial real estate investors. For purchases, refinances, and yes, cash out refinances. Call Gelt Financial at 561-221-0900. That's 561-221-0900. Our stated income loan program does not require tax returns. Due to the light documentation, we can offer quick closings and approvals usually within 1 day. This program is a 30-year term with no balloon payment, with loans amounts from $100,000 all the way up to $5 million. Call Gelt at 561-221-0900 or visit us at geltfinancial.com.
Did you invest in a non-liquid real estate partnership? Do you want and need liquidity? There's finally an answer. Quick Liquidity is a direct buyer of real estate minority interest and tenants in common investments across the country. To find out if we would buy your non-liquid investment, call us at 561-221-0881 or visit us at quickliquidity.com. That's quickliquidity.com.
This is the Wall Street Business Network.
South Florida's only business radio station, 880 AM, The Biz.
That's it.
Welcome back to It's Down to Business with Jack Miller.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back. Thanks for joining me. Jack Miller at Down to Business. I'm here with Todd Cohen, my co-host, and my beautiful and sexy producer, Wanda. The call-in number is 305-541-2350. You can follow us and search us and stalk us on Facebook at Jack Miller Down to Business and Twitter, HJackMiller1. I'd love to connect with you there. I'm glad everyone joined us back. We got a lot to cover. I don't know. Did anyone see the Trump announcement? We talked about it last week, but I actually Sunday had time to listen to the whole thing. Anyone see it?
I saw it, and I liked his little back and forth that he has going with Neil Young, who is one of my favorite rock stars.
I'll tell you, got to give Trump credit. He's a little bombastic, big exaggerator, but I like the refreshingness of what he says. You know, I don't know if I want his finger on the trigger as they speak. I don't know if they have that anymore, but I kind of like him. What do you think, Wand?
It's Donald Trump. He's kind of a cartoon character for me, but, that's all right.
You know what? I kind of, he is, but
he's very wealthy.
Yeah, forget the
and
wealthy.
He'll tell you that.
He's certainly very wealthy.
Many of our presidents have been very wealthy. That's not really an issue for me personally. But I will say that I do not want the word Trump written all over everything that means something in our country, our flag, the White House, the Capitol building.
Okay, no more politics. I don't want to irritate my my listenership, but I found him refreshing. Very.
Sure. He's entertaining for sure.
I got you. He's entertaining. I enjoy it. Anyway, a couple other things that Cuban said. I found them. He said, which is the truth. He said it's not about the money or the connections, but the willingness to outwork and outlearn everyone, and it falls on the leader to get the job done. You know, some people, I don't have the money, I don't have the connections, and the truth is you can outwork everyone. If you work and you learn and you hustle, I think that's critical. Another one, he said, don't start a company unless you're obsessed with it. It's something you love. If you have an exit strategy in advance, it's not an obsession. I think that's important. You have to really love what you do. If you don't love what you do and if you're not passionate about it, it just doesn't work. And I know Todd's passionate about real estate and helping people.
That's right.
That's why you're a super success with it, right?
That's right.
I hear you. I want to talk a little bit, and Todd, you can chime in on this. You know, I spend a lot of my time in my practice doing turnarounds and workouts for companies and businesses that under financial distress. And I know no one likes to talk about it, but I've had the first couple shows were devoted to it, and I actually wrote something on the 10 common turnaround and workout mistakes that I think, even though if it's not a workout, this is really for every business needs to get to understand these. And I just want to spend a few minutes on it. In no particular order, I see a lot of businesses fail because the owners at some point aren't as involved as they should be. And they put their faith in undependable management who just, frankly, take the salary and let things go. And I think managers need to micromanage. They need to be involved in every detail of everything. I'm working on a case this week, and they have a lot of accounts receivable. A lot of them are more than 60 days old. They're starving for cash. And as we went through them, we found out a lot of the accounts receivable were not coded correctly, were returned wrong, because people in their clerical department, frankly, just screwed it up and didn't pay attention to it. And the company's choking. And I see this time in and time again where owners just don't get directly involved in every aspect of the business. And I think it's important that they focus on the minutia, because the minutia is really critical, really critical. And a lot of times I see they act just too late. They ignore the problems. They think the problems are going to go away. I'm sure you see this, Todd, all the time. They use what I call the hope and pray method.
Never works.
You got to jump on a problem. It's like a cancer as soon as it happens. And I would stress that to businesses all the time. I just see that all the time. I also see a lot of owners of business, frankly, they act like goofballs. You know, they're out. I don't know what they're doing. They're on their boats. They're driving their Corvettes. Their businesses are choking, or their competitors are at their footsteps, and they're just acting totally immature and like goofballs. So the world really needs – so these are just a couple things I think people, I wanted to give as little tips. I'll try to give a few each week. Don't get depressed if business is bad, but get into the action of it because it's really critical. Did anyone watch America's Got Talent this week? You know how I do a quick left ring?
You love that show.
I love that show, and I'm hyperactive. I think about 28 things. I'll tell you, last night, I think it was last night or the night before. I love that show because I told you, I love the talent. Howie Mandel's great. Howard Stern's great. I love Mel B's, I don't want to say her impersonation, her accent. And Heidi Klum, of course, just reeks from sex. That lady doesn't have to do anything. And as she gets older, she gets sexier. But last night they had... they go through the show, and most of the people aren't really superstars. They're a heck of a lot better than me. But toward the end, they had this one girl who was 11 years old, who was from Philadelphia, which I loved her, and she comes out, and you're expecting her to do, I don't know, a hip-hop or whatever 11-year girls did. And she had this operatic voice. It literally, I got chills up my spine. It was unbelievable to hear her, and it dawned on me, she really has a gift, and we all in ourselves have an innate gift that have been given to us by our Creator, and it's up to us to use our special gifts. Some people can play the piano, some people could do whatever, but this girl was given the gift to sing, and she needs to use that, and she is using it, and it was just fantastic. It was just fantastic, and it's just an amazing to watch someone with such talent. So, I don't know, just my thing on America's Got Talent. I think we could learn a lot from it. I see so many talented people, and they just don't use their talents to the maximum.
Or they waste them. That's right.
They're down on themselves. They're scared. Sure. They waste them. And the way I look at it, I don't want to get too much into religion, but the way I look at it is when you get a talent, I don't want to sound like Obama either, it's really a gift from your Creator, whatever religion you are or whatever it is. God gave you a talent. God gave us all talent and innate ability to do different things. And it's up to us. It's our obligation to use that talent to the maximum benefit for humanity.
Well, it's up to us to find it, to hone it, to nurture it, and to use it, in the best way possible. I mean, there are a number of things that could do and help with, one of which obviously is making money and being successful in the workplace. But, I mean, there are people whose talent really doesn't have anything to do with that. I mean, there are people whose talent, is helping other people, and that is great, and we need more of that in our world. So,
first of all, I have to tell you, my wife sent me a text that I act like a goofball sometimes.
That's okay.
Yeah, it's part of the game. Do you guys have a nice Father's Day?
I did have a very nice Father's Day. I'm not sure that we deserve our own day. I think we just got one sort of.
Let me tell you my day. I bought I don't know about you. I had to buy my kids breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and I think 3 other meals. But I enjoyed it.
What?
But, yeah, I know. Isn't that crazy?
What? Okay.
I know, but they're good kids. But my wife, I love cookie dough. She got me cookie dough as a present, and she got me this delicious vanilla cake, and she put around the side of it Kit Kats, and on top of it peanut M&Ms. So I was in heaven.
Wow!
I know you
have a sweet tooth, don't you?
I have a sweet wife and a sweet tooth. yeah.
Look, I mean, I'm not sure we deserve a day, as I was saying, but I think
Why don't you think you deserve a day?
I think we got a pity day because mothers certainly deserve a day. No one will ever deny that. They deserve more. They deserve a month. But, we got the pity day because mothers had a day, and that's fine. But just spending a day with your family and with people who love you and hopefully look up to you and want to spend that day with you is all that anyone could ever ask for.
I agree. I joke around about buying them breakfast, lunch, and dinner. It's the truth. God forbid one of them take out their money. They're all making a fortune. But you know what the truth is? I really feel like I'm the luckiest father in the world. I have 3 fantastic. I'm sure every father feels that way, but I just feel I am so grateful to my kids. They give me so much joy and pleasure. And I'm lucky. I think we got to take another last commercial break.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go for it. Then we'll be back. Everyone, don't forget, look us up on Jack Miller Down to Business on Facebook, and we will be back in 2 minutes.
Turn that dial. We'll be right back.
Does your company need financing to help with cash flow? Gelt Financial Corporation has been in business since 1989, knows the financing that businesses need to succeed in today's competitive environment. Gelt offers a wide array of programs such as accounts receivable, factoring, asset-based lines of credit, commercial real estate purchase and refinance financing, and bridge loans. Call us right now at 561-221-0900 to learn if you qualify. Gelt Financial understands that every business is in a unique situation which requires a unique solution. We pride ourselves in thinking outside the box to secure even the most difficult financing. Call us right now at 561-221-0900 or visit us at geltfinancial.com. That's geltfinancial.com.
Are you tired of dealing with invasive and unreliable banks or brokers who charge large amounts of upfront fees and never deliver on their promises? Gelt Financial Corporation, in business since 1989, offers a stated income mortgage loan for non-owner occupied residential and commercial real estate investors. For purchases, refinances, and yes, cash out refinances. Call Gelt Financial at 561-221-0900. That's 561-221-0900. Our stated income loan program does not require tax returns. Due to the light documentation, we can offer quick closings and approvals usually within 1 day. This program is a 30-year term with no balloon payment, with loans amounts from $100,000 all the way up to $5 million. Call Gelt at 561-221-0900 or visit us at geltfinancial.com.
Welcome back to It's Down to Business with Jack Miller.
Feel free to call us at 305-541-2350 or look us up on Facebook at Jack Miller Down to Business. Thanks for joining me. And by the way, if anyone wants to come on the show and give their own elevator pitch, give us a call. I'm also looking to interview local businesses who would tell us about the trials and tribulations and all the stresses about starting a business and running a business, because there's a lot of them. So I want to get you in the studio and interview them. So feel free to call us during the week. Look us up anytime. My email address is jackmiller@geltfinancial.com. And we'll go from there. Todd, your father's a rabbi. Your father-in-law's a rabbi, right?
That's right.
Yeah. I don't know if I told you. A couple weeks ago on Shavuos, which is a Jewish holiday where we're supposed to stay up all night and learn, they asked me to give a talk on sex.
Wow.
Could you believe that?
Wow.
The most immature, I happen to be the most immature guy in South Florida. And so I gave a talk on sex. I became a sexologist for one night. The truth is, I don't know anything about sex. I'm married like 29 years. I barely know how it works. And at this age, it barely works. But it was fun.
Where did those kids come from?
I don't know. I wonder. No, back then I was younger. But this week the rabbis going on vacation, and of course, my luck, they asked me to speak this Saturday in synagogue.
Okay.
I usually sit in the back row, the last seat. I don't say a word. I hope they leave me alone, but they never leave me alone.
They just gave you a blanket topic of sex to talk about? They didn't give you anything else? Okay.
No. Yeah, pretty much. On Shavuos. But this week, I have to talk on this week's, I don't know. They didn't say what I'm going to talk about, but I'll tell you what I'm going to talk about.
Go ahead.
This week, again, I don't mean to go into a religious channel, but Moses is, one of the greatest, if not the greatest, Jewish leaders of all time. Moses had a speech impediment. So what lesson can we learn by his speech impediment? Why did God give him a speech impediment? And it's talked about, there's a lot of commentary in the Torah, and it dawned on me that we all have our own impediments. Some of them are physical, some of them are emotional, some of them are mental. I don't really know the difference between emotional and mental. But we all have our own craziness. We all have our own impediments, some more serious than others. But God, if we believe in God and we believe in Moses and we believe in the Creator above, whether you're Jewish, Catholic, Muslim, or Hindu, whatever the religions are, we believe in a greater power, and we believe that God created the world in 7 days. So why does He give our greatest leader, greatest communicator, a speech impediment? And there's all kinds of stories why. And my belief is is because by him doing that, we have to take it upon ourselves to learn the lesson that it's okay to have impediments. We all have something the matter with us, some in different areas. We all have our own craziness. We all have our own physical disabilities or emotional problems, but we have to overcome them, and it's a signal from our Creator that it's okay to have an impediment. And it's not really an impediment. It's a gift from God. Just like if you have a talent and you could sing like that girl could sing, or you could play violin like I don't know who plays violin, but if you could do anything you can't want, if you have an impediment, it's directly from God, and God wants you to operate that. You can go through a whole lifetime, and maybe your mission on earth is to make one person smile. That could be your whole reason for being on this earth, to make one person smile, or to hold a door, or to be nice to Wanda today, or whatever it is. So we have to take our impediments and turn them around and not be held, not use them as shackles to hold us down, or look and say, oh, I can't do this, I can't do that, but to overcome them no matter what they are. No matter what they are. There's a particular lady I know who I really don't know what's the matter with her, but I think she's autistic and she has Asperger's, but she's a beautiful lady. And I see her once a week, and I'm guessing she's 40, and she puts a smile on everyone's face. And I know she struggles with all types of internal struggles. And I almost want to say to her, you're putting a smile on everyone's face is an inspiration to everybody. And I think we have to somehow turn our weaknesses, or what we perceive weaknesses and impediments, into positives and saying, I was given this because I can handle this. Just like we have a talent. I was given this because I can handle it, and use it to the best of our abilities and not as a shackle, and saying, God gave me this because I can handle it.
That's right.
What do you think?
And there are some great people out there that are examples of just that. I mean, you look at the Stevie Wonders of the world, even the greatest president that most people agree was one of the greatest presidents we ever had, Franklin Roosevelt, overcame severe physical disability to lead and become one of the most powerful men in the history of the world. So I agree. There are people who, if they can master their own demons, their own weaknesses, their own fears, and use them to grow and become stronger, not because of them, but in spite of them, I think that really, really is a ticket to greatness. And I agree with you 100%.
Your greatest weakness will also be your greatest strength.
I agree 100%. But you know what happens, Wanda and Todd? We all hung up. We look in the mirror and we think of ourselves as weak, and we look at our problems, but we don't look at the good stuff we do. And again, we could be here just to do what we could go through a whole lifetime to do one good thing, to do one. I don't want to use the word mitzvah; it's a Jewish word, but to do one good deed for somebody else, and that could be our whole reason for living.
That's right. People, and by the way, it's reflected totally in the media, are hung up on the bad, and not enough focus ever is on the good. And I agree with that. And maybe it's because it's not as exciting, or maybe it doesn't sell enough copies in newspapers or get enough ratings on television. But all of that reflects just general humanity, and we all get caught up in the malaise, in the downtrodden, in the problems, in the horrible things that happen, and not enough time is spent, and not enough focus is really invested in the truly good.
I agree. So let me ask you a question. Seriously now, if you think I do good this Saturday morning, you think the rabbi should give me some of his salary because he's on vacation somewhere and I'm going to be working? What do you think? Is that fair to ask him?
So this is
I'm just teasing
is this what you're speaking about?
Actually, this week's Torah portion, it's about Moses. I don't say God tells him he's not going to make it to the promised land. For there's a whole story. I don't want to get too religious, hitting the stone and all this, that. And I have a different take on it.
Okay.
So I'm going to give my take on it. But it's effectively about using your God-given talents, and impediments that you get are really God-given, and you have to turn those impediments around. And you can't feel sorry for yourself. And you have to use those impediments for the betterment of mankind.
Wow. Well, that sounds great.
Yeah, but you think the rabbi should give me a piece of his salary?
I don't
for
think
the week.
rabbis are paid as much as you think they are. So no,
whatever
I don't.
it is, I'll take it. No, I'm just teasing with you. We have a great rabbi. I love the synagogue. I'm excited to speak there, and I'm excited to be there. And I'm just teasing with the salary. Wanda, I appreciate it. I know we're coming to the end here.
Yeah, we are.
My only comment, Wanda, was I did not get to talk about your lotions, and I didn't really smell oils, whatever. I didn't really get to smell that many this week. So
I'm not doused up today, but
next week, will you douse yourself up and will you let me get closer?
I was in a hurry.
But can I get closer next week?
No, you stay in there. You stay in your room.
The flirting's got to stop. Look, Todd Cohen, the commercial corner. I'll give my phone number, 786-522-7021. It's been a great week. Thanks for listening, as always. Jack, thanks for having me.
My pleasure, everyone. Jack Miller, Down to Business. Look us up on Facebook. Wanda, thank you. You are the best. You're sexy, and you're nice.
He's right.
Have a great day, everyone.
We hope you enjoyed the show. Don't forget to tune in next Thursday at 3 o'clock on 880 The Biz. If you want to send in your questions, comments, or ideas for shows during the week, please email jackmiller@geltfinancial.com.
More Americans than ever will be confronted with Social Security decisions as baby boomers continue to retire. The Social Security Administration reports 56 million people are now taking Social Security benefits. There are so many options, so many variables. So what's your strategy? Are you prepared to make the tough decisions that could impact your Social Security benefits? Are you concerned you may be leaving money you're entitled to on the table? Wednesday evening, July 29th, watch the free Wealth Education Social Security Summer School webinar. Lucia Capital Group advisors will teach you Social Security strategies that could change the way you look at retirement. Registration is free and easy. Just go to wealthed.com to RSVP to watch the webinar online. That's wealthed.com. Save the date, Wednesday, July 29th at 7 p.m. Eastern and 7 p.m. Pacific. Register now at wealthed.com. Wealthed.com. Lucia Capital Group is not affiliated with or endorsed by the Social Security Administration or any government agency. Securities offered through Lucia Securities LLC, member FINRA SIPC, a subsidiary of Lucia Capital Group and affiliate of Lucia Wealth Services.
If you know what everybody else knows, you know nothing. Government reports and meaningless news snippets don't make you money. Real insight makes you money.
Get to know Steve Forbes, Dennis Gartman, John Najarian, Maria Bartiromo, and Dan Frischberg, along with senators, governors, TV and sports stars, and the top investment minds on the planet. It's the Moneyman Report with TV and radio moneyman Dan Frischberg, mornings at 10 right here on 880 The Biz.
This message is brought to you by the Florida Division of Emergency Management, the Florida Association of Broadcasters, and this radio station.
When severe weather threatens Florida, flooding is a reality we all have to face.
And floods can happen anywhere in the state.
So be prepared when floods impact your community. Know what flood zone you live in so you can determine the risk to your family and your property.
The better you understand the risks of flooding in your community, the safer you can keep your family.
Go to floridadisaster.org and find out what flood zone you live in.